Today at Beach Boss Influencers Podcast, we are talking about what to post on social media to boost your sales and some tips for network marketers to really get results. My name is Brandy Shaver.
And I'm Kat Krasilnikov.
And I'm Fran Lopesha.
Now, if you keep posting on social media about your amazing products or business opportunity, but don't see any interest from your audience and you're barely getting any engagement and very minimal sales or none at all, and you would really like to change that and turn your social media profile into a sales machine, then this video is for you. Stay till the end because we are going to share with you several valuable and practical tips that will help you transform your social media presence, increase engagement, and boost your sales. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on new empowering content.
So I have a question for you. If you are noticing that you have very little or no engagement from your audience, the reason could be is that you're speaking to the wrong people. You have the wrong audience. That the people that you have that you're trying to get your message across to, that you're trying to get people to buy your product and then, join your team and do all the things, are just not interested. And we talk about this often, but it's a bit like, if you go to you go around your neighborhood and you bang on all the doors and you've got this big, bag of delicious, juicy, grass-fed ribeye steaks that are delicious, but most of your neighborhood are vegans. And they actually are not interested. They're never going to touch it and they actually want to throw up at the sight of it. And sometimes it might be just that the content that you're posting is just like, I'm really not interested. This just actually turns me off. In fact, I think I'm going to unfriend you because I'm really not interested in this content. Okay. What you need to understand is that not everybody is your prospect. Okay. And if you are trying to convince people, if you're trying to talk to everyone, if you're trying to tell everyone that because you are in skincare, for example, and everybody has skin, that they all need your product, well, they don't. Not everybody's interested. And some people are quite happy going to the local supermarket and buying the skincare off the shelf there and paying a few dollars for it. They couldn't care, about all the incredible ingredients in your skincare. So stop trying to talk to everybody and stop trying to convince people. Okay. Here's how you can change this and actually start getting incredible engagement on your content is number one, to figure out who your perfect prospect is. Okay. And we've got a course that will be linked down below, the Social Recruiting Secrets, where you will learn exactly how to do this. All right. But in that course, it's imperative. It is so important. Imperative is a big word. I don't normally talk like that. But it is so important that if you understand who it is who is searching for your product, who it is who's searching for your opportunity, that you understand who they are, you understand where they're at, you understand their pains and struggles, you understand what their dreams and goals and desires are, you understand exactly how they're feeling. Like if you think about them, it actually almost brings you to tears. You understand, you are so deeply connected with them. Okay. When you start growing an audience of those people, okay, and start attracting them to you, okay, and you can attract them, you start growing that audience actually actively. You can actually start going in and actually friending people, but also passively through the content that you put out. All right. But when you understand who they are and you start growing that audience, all of a sudden your content is going to start getting engagement because you've got people who want the ribeye steaks, the grass-fed ribeye steaks that they like, oh my God, this is delicious.
Yeah, I think it's one of the hardest concept that when any network marketer starts, learning social media influence marketing, they just don't understand how everyone is not your prospect because it's so engraved in our DNA, if you call it that way, that we just have hard time figuring out, well, how I can be just talking to one person when everyone needs what I have. Or they can say, well, my products are for like everyone. I can't decide if it's for women or for men or for kids. It's just for everyone. Well, you think that it's what Fran was trying to say for everyone, But in reality, what we call it, it's marketing, market awareness. Yeah, in at the end of the day, maybe everyone needs it, but not everyone realizing it. Not everyone going and looking for it. Some people buy it at Walmart and happy with whatever they have, right? The exact similar thing. Some people not even aware of the problem that you're trying to solve, and some people aware of the problem, but they don't care. Like they so fine with their wrinkles or fat rolls that they don't need anything to solve that problem. So that's usually the hardest part for network marketers to understand. But once they do, and once it clicks, it just like, oh my gosh, it's like a breath of fresh air. Because once you start talking to a specific group of people, you're going to be heard finally, right? When you talk to everyone, it's like you're talking to no one because you're like on the surface level trying to reach everyone. My stuff is great. Da, da, da. And they're like, yeah, so is that stuff and that stuff and that. And oh my gosh, should we be buying everything now? So when you just start talking to just specific group of people who are already interested in what you're offering, everything is going to change and you're going to notice it. And some people will say, okay, I do have the right audience, like I took time and build it, which I'm kind of doubting. That most people don't even focus on building the right audience because they're so busy chasing the wrong one. But if in case you've been doing this work for a while or been following us or part of our community and know that it's very important to grow your audience. Let's say you do have the right audience, but you're like, it's still, my posts are still not getting any engagement or no interest from my audience. Then the problem is your content. So what you should be posting is what those people want to see in their social media feed today, not what you want. Because when we are in network marketing and we try to hit that rank, try hit that sales goal, try to please our upline and be this cool person with bunch of sales, we tend to start chasing the dollar signs and posting what we want, like, oh, I'm having this amazing sale, you don't want to miss it, or this product is launching and you need to try it. It feels like desperate and salesy, and people feel it. The only people that gonna be interested in that who already know you, like you, and trust you, and it's usually your mom, your sister, or someone from your close friends, right? And but this business model is not sustainable. You need to reach people from outside of your bubble. So in order for you to do that, you need to start creating content for the people that would love to have your products. You just have to figure out what is it that they struggle with, what thoughts they have in their head, what they're embarrassed of, what they're afraid to admit, what scares them to death, what they think about in the middle of the night, what they're worried about, right? How does it feel like to be in their shoes? You know all of that stuff. So when you build your social media presence for them, that's usually also another like twist here happens. You have to realize that if you, from the moment you step on social media and decide to learn how influence marketing works, all of your content, all of your social media presence, your whole entire brand is no longer about you. It's about the person that you're trying to attract. And the easiest way to understand that, I usually give this salad picture example. How many salad pictures you've guys posted yourself or seen other people posting? Like, what's the intention of that post? Intent, if you want to attract people, the intention of that post, no matter what it is, picture of the sunset or a salad or your kids or your dog or whatever, what's in it for them? And it can be solved by just simply adding description. Like if it's picture of the salad, what your perfect prospect want to know about this salad. Is it, are you enjoying it because you're on this plant-based diet, or did you make your own salad dressing that is different from store bought? Like what they can learn from it. Not necessarily they need to learn about nutrition or whatever. Maybe they just need to learn about you, something that you make your own food and it wasn't like this in the past, that you're passionate about nutrition. So figure out what how you can contribute in every piece of content that you create to the life of the people that you want to impact and attract. And it makes it so much, more enjoyable doing it that way, that you will be like, you'll never run out of ideas what to post on social media. So usually when people tell us, well, I don't know what to post on social media, you obviously don't know who your perfect prospects are and what they need. That's kind of homework needs to be done if you want your content to be seen and heard and understood by the people that actually need it. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. And to add to that, I think that if you switch it around, like you're talking to your best friend that you're trying to help, right, or serve, then it makes it a lot easier instead of like thinking about all of those people as strangers, right? Like, because really that's what you want. You want to build that relationship with them. But before you start growing your audience and creating valuable content for that audience, you might need to clean up your profile, because as we've been taught, different strategies and things there may be some things that aren't going to definite or aren't going to help you when they get to your profile, right? They're going to repel instead of attract. So you want to set up your digital business card. And if this is something that you want to check out, you can grab the link in with this video that will take you to the digital business card course that attracts your perfect prospects and not repels them. So an example of a salesy profile, for instance, to like what is going to repel versus what's going to attract. A salesy profile is one that is like all about your company and your products. And there really is no personality or things that are going to serve that perfect prospect that you're talking to, right? Like, how I want to explain this is, you want to keep, like, think about playing ball with someone, right? You want control over the ball. And when the ball is just out there in the court without anybody holding on to it, it's usually the person that is buying the product that has control. Now, what happens here is that they find out what company you're in, they find out what product or whatever, and then instantly they're going to go to Google or Amazon. Okay, now this isn't because they hate you or they don't want to buy anything from you. This is because they've been trained to do that, right? You think about this in today's society, right? Like, I tell my kids all the time, like, they'll ask me some crazy off the wall question. I'm like, listen, I'm not a dictionary. Go ask Alexa or Google it, right? Like, or check it out on Amazon. Like, we've taught them to be resourceful. So people do that now on, that's their habit. So when they do that, they're going to end up finding the product that is either less than what you are selling it for, because somebody has bought a bunch of inventory and then decided they don't want to do network marketing anymore, so they're selling it on, Amazon or wherever for, a price that doesn't even make sense. It could be outdated, okay, product, because that happens all the time. They could find someone that is saying negative things about you and your company online, which happens all the time. We have that happen to us here at Beach Boss Influencers. So it's going to repel them instead of attract them. Now, what do you do instead? You want to create an environment where they come to your profiles and they find out that, wow, Jenny really has a ton of information here, a ton of things that are going to serve me, lots of things that I can get with her. Now, the key here is you want them to reach out to you, because that's how you keep control over the ball, right? Remember when we talked about the game and the ball? If they're reaching out to you and asking, what is that product that you're using? How do I get a hold of that? Then you control the environment in which they're getting, which is obviously better for them than them going to Google or Amazon and finding some, off the wall product that maybe is not even from your company, because, there's that out there too. And so it just is better all around for everyone else, right? The other thing to clean up your profile, so you don't want a bunch of like, buy my products, join my team. I need like 2 or 3 people to hit my next rank. Nobody cares. Okay. So nobody cares what rank you're at or how much money you're making. They want to know what's in it for them. So clean up your profile, make it professional. We don't want to see your dogs or your kids on your profile picture. Yes, I love your dogs and your kids. I have dogs and kids and I love them. I love everybody's dogs and kids. But if they can't build a relationship with your face, and I find this is so funny because my 30-year class reunion is coming up. And we've been trying to hunt people down to get them invited, right? Well, I can't even see if it's them, if it's actually them, because on their profile, they have their kids and their dogs. So I don't even know if that's actually the person I'm supposed to be inviting to this reunion or what exactly is going on, right? We need to see your face. The only way for us to build a relationship with someone is to recognize their voice or their face. Is that making sense to everybody? Hopefully, let me know in how you feel about all that.
Yeah. Yeah, let us know. After you've cleaned up your profile, then you've got to start growing the right audience and creating the valuable content for them, content that speaks to them, content that is serving them, content that is about them, that is helping them where they're at. And that content might be educational, it might be giving tips, giving marketing tips, giving advice, giving your experience, maybe talking about a book that you've just read, talking about a movie that you've just been to, talking about your aha moments, talking about maybe a podcast you just listened to. It's not all about your company, it's not all about your products. And you've got to remember that is you need people to get to know you and to build that know, like, and trust. They need to see you as a normal human being, not a salesperson. Okay. You can share inspirational, posts, stories of transformation, curiosity posts, power posts, telling your story. Okay. You are going to promote your products, and you are going to promote your company, and you're going to promote your opportunity, but you're going to promote it in a non-salesy, non-hypey way, so that if you're talking about your products, instead of saying buy this amazing product, okay, because it's got this, well, obviously this hasn't, but it's got these herbs from the Amazon that are going to do blah de blah de blah for you, and you can only get anyway. They couldn't care. They really couldn't care. They want to know what it's going to do for them. They want to know the benefits. So you want to talk about the benefits of something and not, just blatantly promoting your product. The same with the opportunities. You're going to talk about like what it might look like to work with you. You're going to talk about, I'm building a team right now. Or you could be celebrating somebody in your team who's just hit new rank and how incredible they are, and that they've done it by never chasing friends and family, and they've done it by being a normal human being. Okay, but don't, when you look at your profile, take like a 30,000-foot view, all right, and think, do I look like a salesy weirdo? Does this look like a billboard for my company, my products? Or do I actually just look like the girl next door? Do I look like somebody who's friendly, somebody I might want to connect with? Okay, because if you're thinking, and if you have that feeling but before you post, like, oh, is this a bit salesy? It probably is. Okay. Learn how to promote yourself as somebody of value, as somebody who can help somebody, as somebody who can serve your audience, as somebody who's there that you genuinely care about the people that you're serving. And I would hope that you do genuinely care about the people that you're serving. None of this fake it till you make it BS, but actually that you really do care about them, and that you're here to help them and you're here to serve them. Okay. You can be promoting, like if you've got a group, you can be promoting your group. If you've got a training, if you're promoting, you could be talking about your leaders in your team, your content. Just think about who that person is that you're helping, who that person is that you're serving, your perfect prospect, and what do they need to hear from you today that is going to help them, that is going to serve them, that is going to lift them up, inspire them, and want to keep chucking that ball back at you, want to keep playing ball with you, wanting to keep coming, checking out your profile, wanting to think, okay, when is Brandy, when is Fran, when is Kat going to post again, because I love their content. Like she lifts me up every day, and I love when she comes on social media, and she comes on social media every day, and I love it. Okay. That's how you want to come across. Okay. If you're wanting to know how to promote, say for example, you have a weight loss product. All right. You want to, they need to know what the value is, that we need to know who it's for. They need to know how it's going to help them. Okay, and then they need to know what to do next and how to learn more about it. So, for example, you could write a post. Let's wing it. You could write a post that says, oh my God, the thought of walking on the beach. I'm going on holiday in a month's time, and the pounds have piled on over the winter. And I'm wondering how, I'm going to pull on that bikini and walk on the beach and not feel ashamed of the wobble and jiggle and cellulite. And, it just, I want to curl up in a ball when I think about this. Let me know if you can relate. Are you feeling like
Oh,
this?
we all can relate.
Yeah, I
I was like, hey,
No, you can't. You too
you
can't.
just hit the
Anyway,
nail,
but
friend.
you want to, as you're writing this post, you want to get engagement. You want to dig into the feelings and how they're feeling, and then say, because it's been a crazy 6 months, and I had too many parties and turned 60, and you know, too much wine, too much champagne, too much pizza, too much everything. And now all of a sudden this holiday has come around, and I'm thinking I didn't lose the 20 kilos I wanted to lose before we went. But then luckily a friend of mine, um, I bumped into a friend of mine in the street, and I bumped into a friend of mine the other day, or I heard a friend of mine talking about this drop the jiggle product, and I thought, or this jiggle melter. Okay, call it a jiggle melter. Like, give it a sexy name. Okay, don't
Muffin
talk
top
about,
melter.
huh? The muffin top
Muffin
melter,
top
the jiggle
melter.
melter, the whatever. Call it whatever. And by some miracle, I haven't lost the 20 kilos, but I certainly feel a hell of a lot sexier, and I can't wait to get on the beach and pull my bikini on, um, because I've managed to lose, 10 pounds in 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy because I'm still going to parties and I'm still drinking wine. If you want to know what my muffin melter is, or my jiggle melter is, or whatever you want to call it, just drop jiggle in the comments and I'll get you the info. Make it fun, make it conversational, talk about the pains, talk about the struggles, but tell them what to do. Okay, tell them what to do. And you're talking about, who your perfect prospect is, and your perfect prospect is somebody who's just like you. And it could be somebody who's just like you 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. Okay, that's how it's so easy to relate to them. Okay, so if you are 60, and you're thinking, well, you're a 60-year-old man, and you're thinking, well, actually my perfect prospect is a 20-year-old woman, it's kind of hard to relate to that. You may want to rethink who your perfect
You
prospect
wish it was, but
is. I mean,
you wish it
maybe.
was, but no.
Well, you never know.
Don't go
You
there.
never know. But, but when it
You're
comes to when it comes
60-year-old man and want to attract 20-year-old women. I said, you wish, but
maybe
no, that's
maybe
not going
maybe
to
yeah.
happen.
Anyway, but when you're writing content, when you're writing curiosity posts, you're talking to your best friend. You stop overthinking it, make it conversational, and as if you're just talking to your best friend and say, oh my God, the craziest things happened. Like, I can't believe I've lost 10 pounds or 10 kilos it wouldn't be 10 kilos, but 10 pounds in a few weeks. And I actually don't feel so embarrassed about walking on the beach now, because I can get my bikini on and there isn't like this big muffin top over the top of the bikini, whatever. But you get
So,
the idea.
what friend just did in 3 minutes, she dropped on you Curiosity Post. It's one of the most powerful marketing tools on social media that you can implement to increase your sales. And we actually have a whole course, I think, about Curiosity Posts inside of our communities. But friend just brilliantly made one up in like 3 minutes. And that's how this is like one of the most powerful posts that you can create. But the thing is, that's what actually most marketers are chasing. Like, they want that perfect post. Like, so many people tell us, well, tell me what to post and I'll do it. And you might be seeing your upline making the post that you copy and paste, and they get ton of sales and you get nothing. So what does it tell you? That there's no magic post, there's no magic button. You have to figure it out, right? What's working for your audience? They're going to be different than your upline's audience. That's going to be different than friends' audience, because your experience is different, your knowledge is different, your energy is different. So basically you attract people who are just like you. And when friend was sharing the first part of that post, that emotional thing that she was sharing about her muffin top, we all could relate to it. And that's what grabs that attention. And that's what's create that know, like, and trust instantly. Even if someone like friend request you yesterday and today they saw this post, they will be like, oh, she is talking to me. And it feels like she has solution to my problems. So seeing posts like this builds that essential know, like, and trust that we need to make sales. Most marketers ignore this part. They're like, oh, give me that magic post that's going to get people to buy. There's no such thing. You have to create your own post, right? So what I'm trying to say is you have, in order to make more sales, you have to create your ecosystem, right? That starts with finding out who are the people that need your stuff, building relationships, and then promote to those people, right? And we can promote directly and indirectly. What Friend did, it's indirect promotion, and it's very powerful, and it's not salesy, and it does get you results a lot faster. So build that ecosystem, and then it will be like your passive sales machine that you don't even gonna feel like you're selling, or people gonna be wanting your stuff. That's the way we want to sell, and that's the way we figure out how to do it, and that's what it makes it so powerful. Now, if you want to learn how to sell the same way, make sure to check out the digital business card that Brandy mentioned earlier, because that's going to show you step by step how to set it up, how to set up that ecosystem and start attracting people.
All right. So let us know in the comments if this information was valuable to you. And feel free to share what one of the main struggles you're facing right now in your network marketing business is, so that we can create future content just for you. And if you'd like to learn how to transform your social media profile into a digital business card that attracts your perfect prospects, grab the link below this video and get the digital business card course. And don't forget to join our free online community with over 30,000 network marketers just like you to discover the secrets to grow a massive network marketing business using social media and automation.